Okay, so here's my girls. And we have one pregnant girl here. This is Agnes. And we have one pregnant girl here. This is Evie. Both girls were bred about the same time at the end of November, which brings their due date just about 2 weeks from now, right before we were to go on spring break. So I'm going to see if they'll let me check these few different things we discussed. First of all, and here's another one I left out, but you can see Evie's tail is kind of jutting out over to the side there. That's a good indicator that we are getting closer to the date, because as those ligaments that we talked about start to settle and start to disappear, it becomes more difficult for her to hold her tail erect. Also, goats will tend to leave their tail to the side because nobody wants their tail in the way during delivery. Next, we're going to look at Evie's udder. Evie's udder is starting to fill with milk. Now, she is what we would call a late bagger. So Evie doesn't necessarily have a full bag when she first delivers, but within the first 24 hours, it will swell quite significantly to provide enough milk for her kids. We're going to see if we can feel Evie's tail ligaments. I did this yesterday, and I know that they are quickly disappearing. They don't tend to like this very much, so it might be a little bit difficult to get her to let me do it. You can see as she walks backwards that we've got quite a bit of babies in there. Right, Evie? What do you think? She's ready to have these kids. So if we run our back down Evie, and we get close to the tail head, we can feel that it's a little puffy and a little swollen, and I can almost get my fingers around the head of her tail. And she's not gonna let me do that today. Agnes, on the other hand, she's about a week behind Evie. So although she looks quite pregnant, she doesn't have the loss of tail ligaments quite as much as Evie does. But you can definitely see from the front that she's got a lot going on in there. Agnes's bag, on the other hand, is starting to fill up much faster than Evie's. Agnes tends to get a really good supply of milk in before she has her kids. Let's see if she'll let me get around the back. So you can see that she has much more milk already in supply. She's also much puffier in the back, and she protrudes a little bit, which would lead me to believe that she's got at least triplets this time. I'll keep you guys updated in the next week or so while we await the birth of our new precious babies, and we'll do another short video closer to the time to see if we notice any big changes. All right, guys, happy e-learning. Stay safe, follow all the rules, and we hope to see you after spring break.